Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/thenerdcore. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Hello, nerds. You're listening to an episode on the Nerdcore podcast feed. If you're feeling generous, please consider pledging to a tier on our Patreon at patreon.com/thenerdcore. We have tiers as low as $1 per month. Thanks so much, and enjoy the episode.
Hey everyone, before we can get into today's episode, I need to talk to you all about Anchor. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast and is the platform I've been using for over 2 years. Anchor is easy because it's free, includes creation tools on your tablet or phone from the get-go, rewards creators with sponsorships with no minimum listenership, and best of all, they distribute your podcast to places like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and many more. So if you want to make a podcast, you should download the Anchor app or visit anchor.fm. Now let's get into today's episode.
Hello, nerds. You're listening to an episode on the Nerdcore podcast feed. If you're feeling generous, please consider pledging to a tier on our Patreon at patreon.com/thenerdcore. We have tiers as low as $1 per month. Thanks so much, and enjoy the episode.
Hola, mi gente. How we doing? Welcome back. You're listening to the Nerdy Chicano show, the only show hosted by two land lovers themselves. Raul Alejandro Mendoza, the Nerd Chicano himself. That is me. I'm alongside my wonderful, wonderful co-host, who I'm going to be able to see in 2 weeks, Mr. Luis Garcia. Saying hi to the people.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Louis.
All right. Today we're being joined by a wonderful guest. You may know him from the voice of Book It, a wrestling podcast. It's on our feed. He is one of the GMs there. He does the booking and stuff. It's Damone. What are we gonna call you, Damone? Though we need a nickname for you.
I don't know, D-Money.
The Italian Stallion.
I don't really have a nickname.
The Italian Stallion.
I'm not Italian though.
I know you're black. You're not Italian. All right. So let's see I guess we can just call you D Money.
D Money, I like that.
D Money. Isn't that what Andy calls Dwight when he's manager in the office? Luis goes D Money.
I don't know. I don't remember. It's cool. I like it.
Well, we're here to do a lot of things today. We're talking Creed 2. We're going to review that. But first of all, I kind of want to ask, Luis, how you been doing, bro?
Good.
Good.
Bad. Good again. Then bad again. And then great. And then horrible. And then really good. Yeah. I guess, yeah. Without going into too much detail, it's a good but a bad month. But I'm kind of glad that this month's already over. Yeah. Time for some new changes.
Plus, you get to see me in 2 weeks.
Life.
You get to see me in 2 weeks. We're gonna go watch Aquaman. Everything, man. Everything.
Yeah, dude. And then I have orientation next week.
Yeah.
For my
nursing program.
My LVN nursing program thing. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. Damone, how you doing, dude?
Shit, you know.
Living the dream as usual.
Okay. I'm barely starting to listen to the episode today for Book It. You guys did What If WCW Won the War? Pretty cool concept. I got in there and I wrecked shit up as always.
Yeah, you just walked around. I had to mute you because all we could hear you doing was hitting your cane and
that's how it happens,
fumbling
okay?
for your keys.
Dude, first of all, you guys keep asking, hey, you guys you gonna get on road? You gonna get on road? I'm like, damn it, I'm not at my setup. I just got out of class. Of course I'm going to be slapping my cane around. I'm trying to walk around. It's how a cane works.
And then we could hear you like fumbling for your keys, talking to random people.
Yeah, because I had to. I went downstairs to get food. The food wasn't open. I went up and I went get into the elevator and I forgot my ID upstairs. So this girl opened the door for me and I said, "Thank you. I forgot my ID upstairs." And the part that I didn't expect to happen was when the dog started barking, though. That I did not expect to happen.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I think that's about when I muted you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my God. Luis, what's it called? Damone, we do something really different here on this show. This was basically the whole idea of the Nerdcore before Brad got on and everything like that. Basically, we would just sit down, talk about our dime, what we've been doing, basically everything going on, and then we review a movie and shit. But I like to do a little segment called what have we been watching. I'll go with Luis first, so he can like give you the idea of what's been going on, what's he been watching, and then we'll go on to you. Luis, what you been watching this week, bro?
Well, this week, I guess I finished Narcos Mexico.
Yeah, still
It's a
not
pretty
done.
good show. It's like was not a continuation. Well, it's like a spin-off
AKA
of the original Narcos series with the
Yeah.
Colombian
Drug cartels.
drug cartels, Pablo
Yeah.
Escobar,
Yeah,
etc.,
Look, man.
etc. But this time it's about like the Mexican cartel,
yeah,
and it's a really, really good season.
yeah.
I feel like I don't know why, but like, bro, have you seen like some of the Narco seasons? Narco episodes.
I am at episode 4 at the moment.
Okay, so you know who Rafael?
Yeah. Diego Luna plays him beautifully, dude. It's
No. That's Felix. No, that's
Felix.
Gallardo, Miguel
Felix.
Angel Gallardo.
Oh,
No.
Rafael. Yes. Dude, he looks like
the one
my
with the
dad back in the
crazy
day.
hair.
He looks
Dude,
like,
doesn't he look like me when I leave my hair long?
yeah. He looks a lot like you when
He's
you
got
leave your
like
hair
the-
long. Yeah.
Got the crazy hair and like the big big
afro.
smile. Well, at least the actor. I feel like I at least look like the actor when
Yeah.
when I don't get a haircut for a couple of months. I mean, I'm not as crazy as him, right? But,
Yeah.
But it looks.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been watching that. That's pretty interesting. Let's see what else I've been watching. Oh, have you seen the movie? It's on Netflix. It's about like a king, the outlaw king.
Outlaw King? No, I have
Yeah.
not watched it. That's the one with Chris Pine, right?
What's that?
With Chris Pine?
Yeah, Daddy.
Yeah. Man's
Yeah.
man.
No, dude, that's a really, really, really good movie. If you're interested in watching that.
Yeah. I just watched Cam. I don't know if you know which one that one is. It's
Which one?
Cam. Basically, this Cam girl gets her basically tries to move up in the ranks of the Cam world, and one day she tries to go all out and get the big spot, and she wakes up and somebody is has her account, and he looks exactly like her and is stealing her identity and everything. So she tries to find a way to get back her account and get back her identity, and it's this whole like supernatural thing. It's Blumhouse bought it at one of the festivals, and they put it on Netflix. It's okay. I thought it was okay. It wasn't anything. It was really weird.
Is it scary?
No, it's not scary at all.
What kind of genre is this?
Thriller. It's definitely a thriller. It's not horror. It's a thriller.
Interesting.
Even though it is okay, it does find me like paying attention to it a lot. And that's not just because it's a cam girl movie, but I mean, I was paying attention to it a lot. Yeah. We're gonna review that next week on the Nerd Court.
That's why you were paying attention.
Huh?
I'm sure that's why you were paying attention. The plot.
Yeah, it's a plot, bro. Yeah, come on, man. Also watched. You watched Wreck-It Ralph. Ralph Wrecks the Internet, right?
Oh yeah, I came to see it with my little brother.
Yeah.
That
How
was really
how good
cool.
was it?
It's really interesting. Like compared to the first movie, you already know the established relationship between, I guess what's his name?
Ralph and
Ralph, and then like the girl, the
yeah,
princess
I can't
thing.
remember her name.
But in the second movie, I guess like without spoiling a little bit, but like you can see the dependency Ralph has with this princess as like a friend or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like that's used as like a weakness later in the plot.
Yeah.
To show that's I like without spoiling it, but like you see that weakness and how it affects their relationship later on throughout the film, which is really cool. There's a lot of cool references to like eBay, Amazon, and etc. The internet, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty cool.
I really like the first one. I really like Wreck-It Ralph 1. So I can't wait to watch this new one. We're probably going to do a review on that one on the Nerd Court, but I need to go ahead and go watch it soon. But I mean, it looks really good. And plus Gal Gadot is in there, and I'm pretty much in love with Gal Gadot.
Dude, she's there a lot, like
Yeah.
throughout the film. Like you would think like she's there for like a little bit, but no, she's there for quite a bit of the movie.
Yeah.
I would say like maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah. I went to go watch Creed 2, which is what we're going to talk about today. Widows. That's the new Steve McQueen movie. If you know that name, he directed 12 Years a Slave. It has Viola Davis, Michelle Rodriguez, and a lot of good actresses in that movie. It was really good. I did not expect to like it as much as I did. That was really good. It's in my it's in my top 10 at the moment actually. Watching Mexico season 1, and then I watched Cam. Right now I'm really enjoying Narcos Mexico season 1. It feels a lot like Narcos season 1, dude. A lot like it. Like it's giving me that old we don't give a fuck vibe. We're doing everything that like these shows aren't doing, and it's really it looks real. It is really good. The only thing that is putting me off is that what's it called? I have no time to really watch it because I've been doing like studying and finals and stuff. So it's been really hard to watch it. But I have the episodes downloaded on my tablet, so I just watch them whenever I get the chance. And tonight or tomorrow I'll probably finish it up, and we'll probably review it next week. But I mean, of course we're gonna review it. It was the first episode we ever did on this whole podcast thing. We did Narcos season 3, which
How you doing at school, by the way?
yeah, doing pretty good, dude. Pretty good. He's doing good. Yeah. Damone, you got a gist of what this segment is all about?
Yeah, I got a gist.
All right, what have you been watching?
I watched Creed 2, and I'm watching King of the Hill. And that's pretty much it. Anything else? Just because of time constraints between doing 2 podcasts and work and kids and just being tired and playing Red Dead.
Yeah.
I just haven't had time. I don't really have time to watch anything, or I never feel the effort, putting forth the effort to sit and watch anything anymore. Like I've been wanting to watch Get Out since it came out, but I still haven't done it just because every time it's like I could stay up for 2 hours and watch this, or I could go to sleep.
Yeah. Look, man, one of these days when your kids are sleeping, your wife is Ubering, you're not doing podcasts, put on the TV, watch Get Out. I freaking loved it. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people do like it, but I feel like that's kind of what happens when you do a directorial debut. A lot of people either really like it or a lot of people either don't. Go watch that movie. But I mean, if Luis and I could recommend you at least one thing that we've talked about on all these podcasts, it's Narcos, dude. You need to watch Narcos. It's really good.
To watch American Gods, but you still haven't. I've been trying to get you to watch American Gods, but you still haven't.
Dude, you're trying to get me to watch American Gods. Chris is trying to get me to watch Community. Everybody's trying to get me to watch everything, but I can't. I don't have time.
Is Community even on anymore? Fuck that.
It's on Hulu. It's finished, but yeah.
It's canceled. It's done. Who cares? Watch American Gods and leave like a show that's going.
Yeah. Alex,
and it's literally 8 episodes, and each episode's like 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah. Alex wants me to watch Preacher. I don't know that. But look, I'm gonna get to all these shows, but you know, Luis and I, we really like Narcos. You should watch that. It's really good, dude. I mean, I wouldn't recommend you something that's not good.
Do you know why we like Narcos so much, Raul?
Huh?
Do you know why we like Narcos so much, or like that area? I think because we're so used to that culture.
Yeah.
Like personally, I think that's why we're
so desensitized to it.
Yeah, but like I guess like people that like I just don't have like that. Do you know what I mean? Like that real, like not that like actual connection, I guess, to that.
Well,
like don't find.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. You know, it's a big thing that's prevalent in our culture. But also,
think about it. Think about it like this, dude. Yeah. Like, think about all the people that watch Narcos. Like, here in the Valley, if you say, "Oh, have you seen Narcos?" Like, everyone's gonna be like, "Yeah" or "No," but I've heard of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
you know, I get it, and you know what? Also, I've started to notice is that the shock factor doesn't get to us. But I recommended it to my friend in my Spanish class, and he's like, "Dude, this show is fucking wild. Like, this is crazy stuff." And
that's real.
Yeah, and I was watching. I was listening to one show that podcast I listen to a lot, and the guy said, "I've been watching Narcos Mexico season 1. I'm scared to go to Mexico." I'm like, guys, this is not how. This is the freaking 80s in the show. That's not Mexico anymore. You know, I mean, it's not as bad as that, but I mean, you know, God, man. But
It's also about like it depends where you are
yeah.
and
Oh,
like
it depends
the situation you
100%.
put yourself in
Yeah.
Mexico.
Yeah.
That's the only way you're gonna, you know.
Yeah. Like, you know, if you go to the rough parts, you're gonna find something there.
Yeah,
If you don't go
for
to the
sure.
rough parts, you're fine. Also, just don't go at night. That's like a no in any place you're in. It's like, don't go at night.
I feel like if you are gonna be in Mexico at nighttime, like go to a tia's house, but like make sure you stay over. You
Yeah.
know, don't leave. Just leave till the morning at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah. And but yeah, the Moon, you should watch the show. The first 3 seasons from the first show are on the Colombian cartels. First 2 are on Pablo Escobar. Then the
first two.
third one's on the Cali cartel. And then this fourth one, which is Narcos season 4, but it's Narcos Mexico season 1. It's on the Mexican drug cartels. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I'll put it on the list.
Yeah.
If I'm sure I'll eventually get to it. Like, it's one of those shows that I've heard of and it's on the list. It's just gonna be a matter of me wanting to put forth the effort.
Yeah.
Honestly.
You know, man, I can't understand you. I don't have 3 kids, but I bet that finding the time to watch shows with 3 kids, work, podcasts, and a wife is pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Then it's also making sure whatever I want to watch, she'll want to watch.
Yeah. And that's the reason I'm single. No, it's not the reason I'm single. But
I was gonna say, is that the reason?
No, it's not the reason.
That's not,
No.
We just can't.
No.
Just can't.
I explained the reason on Trigger Warning with Travis. So yeah. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the review portion. Luis didn't watch the movie, but it's okay. He doesn't care about spoilers, so he's kind of gonna be observing and asking questions about like what stood out to us and stuff. But before we move on to that, if you're listening to this early, that means you're a patron at the $1 tier. Thank you so much for contributing to the Patreon. And if you're and if you're feeling generous and you're not a patron, you should probably go and pledge that $1 tier. You get these episodes a day early alongside the Weeb Core and the Gamer Core. So it's pretty freaking awesome. Yeah.
And go listen to Book It if you're into wrestling.
Yeah, if you're interested, Book It is on our feed, or you can find it on their feed. They also live stream the episodes on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/bookit15. It's a really fun show. I like it. I like those what if shows where it's like, you know, what if this would have happened? What if that would have happened? It's the reason why I love Man in the High Castle so much. You know, it's what if the Nazis in Japan won World War II, and that's basically what that show is. Also, want to do a quick shout out to Grayson Barker 98 on Instagram, Warlord Hitman 98 on Twitter. Thank you for being a $15 patron at the $15 tier. If you want to get the shout out like this, go ahead and pledge to the $15 patron tier. You get pins and stickers, a postcard every month ish, and you get these social media shout outs. And make sure you also get all the other tiers before that. So movie club access, the exclusive podcast tier, which is the $10 tier. So go ahead and go look at a tier you like and go ahead and pledge to it. So before we get on this, by the way, I do want to say thank you so much to all the listeners. You got us to 5,700 listens at the moment. So for sure, we're gonna do a giveaway. I'll reiterate this from the last episode. We're gonna be giving away a lot of cool stuff, but 2 items that are confirmed right now are the Infinity War digital code and the Spider-Man Homecoming digital code. So expect some pins and stickers in there and probably a Funko Pop. But thank you so much for your support. And also, we're sponsored now, so that's freaking awesome. You'll probably hear the ad at the beginning of this episode with Brad speaking, but it's been a crazy couple past 2 days. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and talk about the movies, because we're gonna be reviewing Creed 2. So if you have not watched Creed 2, like Luis here, make sure you click off this and come back when you have watched the movie, so that way I don't spoil it for it. If you don't give a shit about spoilers like Luis does, then don't worry about it. Stay here. But you have been warned. Right. The spoiler warning is in effect in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm going to go ahead and introduce this movie. Creed 2 was directed by Stephen Caple Jr., produced by Sylvester Stallone himself and a lot of other people. The screenplay is by Sylvester Stallone himself as well and Joel Taylor. It's based on this is Rocky 6, 7, 8,
5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, this is the
This
eighth
would be the
movie.
eighth one.
The eighth movie in the Rocky franchise. The sequel to 2015's Creed, directed by Ryan Coogler himself, written and directed by Ryan Coogler himself. It stars Michael B. Jordan as Adonis Creed, Sylvester Stallone as the legendary Rocky Balboa, Tessa Thompson, Wood Harris.
Wait, did you just call? Wait, whoa! Did you just call him Silver Stallone?
No, I said Sylvester.
No, you said Silver.
It sounded like you said Silver.
No, he
It's
said
like who's Silver Stallone?
Sylvester Stallone as the legendary Rocky Balboa, okay? Tessa Thompson, Wood Harris, Felicia Rashad, and Dolph Lundgren. The music was done by Ludwig. I don't know how to say that last name. Cinematography by Kramer Mogrenthau, and it was produced by MGM Pictures, distributed by MGM themselves as well, and Warner Bros. Internationally. It came out November 14th, 2018 at the Lincoln Center, and then the 21st in the United States. It is 2 hours and 10 minutes long, and has a budget of $50 million, and currently at the box office has $64.6 million. So it's doing pretty good. And it hasn't even been a full month yet since the movie came out. So, it's doing pretty good internationally and domestically. It's
been like 1 week, hasn't it?
I want to say 2, bro.
Yeah.
The 21st?
It came out. Yeah, it's been like 2. Or no, it's been a little over a week. Because it came out the day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Like, for most people.
Yeah. I keep forgetting that we're still in November. I thought we were in December already.
It's the last day.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, it's almost a week, but I mean, this is also this movie continues where basically Creed left off. He's Adonis is going for the middleweight title. The heavyweight title. Spoiler alert: he wins it. I wish that they would have spent more time on that, but I understand that there's a bigger plot to this. And basically the whole story of this was the redemption of Apollo Creed's death. Because if you watch Rocky IV, which, contrary to popular belief, I love Rocky IV. Ivan Drago,
the best one.
One of the best ones, yes. Contrary to popular belief, we love it. Ivan Drago killed Apollo Creed, which is Adonis Creed's father. Sorry. They want the quote unquote rematch, but it's the Battle of the Suns that signifies the rematch that never really could happen because the guy's dead. And that's the whole story behind it on this one, and it's a way more emotionally moving than I expected it to be. Just a little bit of thoughts before we do the actual review. What did you guys think about the first Creed? Luis, I know you've watched the first Creed.
Yeah. Can I say that, in my opinion, this is just my opinion though, but I like the Creed movies a little bit better than the
Rockies.
I would say at least Rocky 2, 3.
Yeah.
I'm assuming there's a 5, right?
There is a 5. Nobody ever talks about the 5
There's
anymore.
a 5, but
Okay,
no one
so-
likes 5.
I think the order for me, as of right now, it's Rocky 1 and then Creed,
Yeah.
and then the Rocky 4 with the Russian guy.
Yeah, with Ivan Drago. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ivan Drago.
Yeah.
yeah, but those movies are freaking great.
Yeah.
Specifically Creed, it's fucking awesome. It's like a new perspective, I guess, and a different point of view, and apart from like
Yeah.
Rocky and shit.
Yeah.
But I love Creed, and then Michael B. Jordan is fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah. So, I mean, I agree with what Damone's probably going to say in a little bit. Michael B. Jordan is probably my favorite young actor right now. I think the guy's on fire, dude. Did a great job as Killmonger in Black Panther. He did a great job in the first Creed. He is amazing in Fruitvale Station. If you have not watched Fruitvale Station, you need to do yourself a favor and watch that. It is actually Ryan Coogler's first movie, and he was directed well and performed well by Michael B. Jordan, and he's just even better in this movie. The first Creed, I love the first Creed. I thought it was it was the smartest idea to reboot the franchise in this way and continue with a different character than actually just giving us more Rocky, which we get Rocky, but it's in a more watered down version where he's not the big star as like Adonis Creed is supposed to be in these movies. And I love the first Creed. I think it's one of my favorite movies that Coogler has directed, and it's crazy, dude, that Michael B. Jordan really popped after that one, and I mean he got Killmonger because of his awesome role as Adonis. Damone, what did you think about Creed 1?
I really liked Creed 1. I was worried when it first got like announced. Like I was kind of like I was okay with the way Rocky Balboa ended. Like I was worried that it was gonna be watered down or it was gonna be bad. But when I actually watched it, it was really, really good. I would say it's probably I would put it at my third favorite Rocky movie. I'm not including Creed 2 in the list yet because I've only seen it the once and I feel like I gotta watch it more than once to really rank it. But I would say Creed is probably third. I'd go Rocky 4 is the best.
Yeah.
The original Rocky, and then Creed.
Yeah. For me, it's Rocky 4, Creed, and then I think I gave you my personal list, but those are the top 3 for me. Creed 2 is probably in number 5. I actually really like Rocky 4 and Rocky 2. Rocky 2 was the second match with Apollo, right? And then Rocky 3 was Mr. T?
It's the rematch.
Yeah. So
number 2 is the rematch with Apollo. 3 is Clubber Lang.
Yeah, Mr. T. Pay the fool. Yeah. I love
What's your prediction? Pain.
Prediction pay. Yeah. Rocky 5, we don't talk about Rocky 5 ever. Rocky Balboa, I don't even know how I feel about Rocky Balboa. I feel like I just think it's like it's there. It's just there for me. It's not.
It was a good nostalgia trip.
Yeah. Because
it was like, oh yeah, they're making a new Rocky, cool nostalgia, but it was unrealistic because he would never get a boxing license, especially the way in 5. Like the whole point of 5 is that he can't fight anymore because he has brain damage. Yeah. His brain damage wouldn't have gone away as he got older. Like he wouldn't have gotten that much healed where he could get a license.
Yeah.
Plus he's like 60 at the time. There's no way they're giving. You would hope they're not giving a 60-year-old a boxing license.
Oh my.
Even though he does give 2 really good speeches in that movie. The one where he talks about how winning is done, the one everyone knows, where he's talking to his son, and then the other one where he's in the courtroom and he talks about freedom.
Yeah,
those are 2 really, really good like speeches.
Yeah, he gives another really good one in this one. It's not even a speech; it's more like a little mini monologue that he gives. But Luis, are you a big fan of the Rocky franchise?
Am I what?
Are you a big fan of the Rocky franchise? But is it like the James Bond where it's like it's just there?
For me, no. Well, no, I actually like James Bond's a little bit better.
Yeah.
No, it's because I don't know. Like the Rocky franchise has always been cool. Like I've always had like a copy of it at the house and shit. My parents watch it, I guess, when they're younger and shit. But like, it's never really been like a really big thing.
Yeah.
But I know at least for me, because I kind of like doing boxing, like a little bit, just a little bit, like in the little punching bag thing. I know that kind of Michael B. Jordan's movie got me interested in this shit. Just because like I was like, oh dude, like I kind of want a physique like that guy. I want to be lean but like muscular and shit, and then like whatever. So am I a big fan? No, but I don't know, but I really like the movies, right? Like they're cool and shit.
You think Creed will sway you in the like if they do a Creed 3 and it's as good as these last 2? You think it'll sway you to become like a big fan of this franchise?
Yeah, at least the Michael B. Jordan's part of the Rocky franchise for sure. Yeah, guaranteed.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about Creed 2. I'm sorry, you're probably not going to talk as much, right, Luis, because you haven't watched the movie. But Damone, initial thoughts. What did you think about it?
It was amazing. I almost cried a couple times.
Me too.
There were multiple times where I like was trying really hard not to cry, but I thought it was really good, and I liked a lot of the like. It was pretty much a sequel to Creed 4, or not Creed 4, to Rocky 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty much a sequel to Rocky 4.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like 5 and Balboa and all that never happened, but it was like pretty much like 4, Creed 2.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of callbacks to Rocky 4.
Yeah.
But
I love the movie. Sadly, it did not make my top 10 of the year. It's in my honorable mentions, though. It's really good. It is a really, really good sequel to number 1. But there was something that I felt that was missing there. And I felt it since the beginning. If I would have walked in and I didn't know that Ryan Coogler didn't direct this, I would have probably felt it the same way. I would have told you this doesn't feel like Ryan Coogler. Because it's not. It was Stephen Cable Jr. and he did a really good touch to the movie. But I felt it missing in there, and I said I really wanted Coogler's directing on here. And I understand it couldn't happen because he had to shoot Black Panther and direct that. And obviously that was a way more important film to do. But, I just felt that missing. And that was probably one of my big gripes of it. It didn't feel like the first one did. And that was mostly because he wasn't directing or writing it this time. I really like how they progressed Michael B. Jordan's character in this. Adonis, he captures the belt. That's a big moment. Even though it is very rushed in the beginning, it is a big moment. And you celebrate with him as if it was your victory too. And I love that they keep adding way more layers to Bianca, Tessa Thompson's character. That she's you can see now, you can hear it now even more that she's going deaf. And when she becomes pregnant, that is one of the first things that she starts to focus on, is if my kid is going to end up deaf. What did you think of the way they treated Bianca's character this time around?
And Adonis is really worried about it too.
Yeah.
And I think they really did a good job of exploring her character, because like in the first one, her character was kind of just there. It's like, oh yeah, he has a girlfriend, cool, love interest. It kind of felt not unnecessary, but it wasn't like it wasn't as focused in the first one on their relationship as it is in this one.
Yeah.
Like this one in Creed 2, the relationship is a huge focus of the entire movie.
Yeah.
You could even argue it's more of a focus than the actual boxing or anything.
Yeah. The more interpersonal and more intimate part of the movie is way more important than the boxing. And I told myself this when I walked out. This wasn't based on the rematch. This was more the mental match that Adonis was having with, I can't remember the kid's name, but Ivan Drago's kid.
Victor
Drago. By the way, the man looks menacing as shit. Luis, I'm pretty sure you watched the trailers. I mean, the guy looks so freaking buff, dude. He looks like a monster.
The Russian?
Yeah. Yeah, Victor Drago. Even though Ivan Drago is old in this, he looks even more menacing than in Rocky IV as well. They added a lot more layers to Ivan Drago in this one too, and Victor. You saw something that a lot of people wanted in Rocky IV. They wanted more human aspects to Ivan. And you got that in Victor when he's basically distraught over this woman that's there that's supposed to be his mom, but doesn't support him.
It's what's her face? I can't think of her name. Drawing the blank. Neeson. Bridget Nelson.
Yeah,
that's her name. It's the mom the wife, Ivan Drago's wife, in Rocky IV. So apparently she leaves them like right after Ivan loses he doesn't lose the title, but right after he loses to Rocky.
Yeah.
She's like just picks up and abandons the whole family to
And
marry
it wasn't
a rich
even her
guy.
that abandoned him. It was the whole country.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
he was a disgrace because he lost.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like that they added that layers. And the build up to that fight. I mean, the first fight, we knew that Michael wasn't. I mean, we knew that Adonis was not going to win that. He didn't have Rocky's help. He didn't have the support. He only had his wife and his and him in that corner. Not even his mom was there, if I remember correctly.
No, she's not there. She tells him, like, when he tells her he's gonna do the fight, she's like, I guess if you want to, like, you're a grown man, I can't tell you what to do, but you can't expect me to be happy about it. Like, the guy, his father literally killed my husband.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stand there and watch you get killed too.
Yeah. One of my favorite lines from her was like, "Don't even act like your father's any part of this. This is completely on you." And the line from Rocky, he was born into hate. Wow, like that whole little exchange that they had outside, that was great. Rocky is definitely they go a really good route with Rocky. That stuff with Rocky is what almost made me cry. I think,
the stuff with Rocky, is definitely what almost made me cry, and with the baby too is what made me like sad too. But the exchange, Ivan, when Rocky walks into his to Adrian's, and Ivan's just sitting there, and the exchange they have, like, you can see the hatred that Ivan has for Rocky, and like Rocky, like, is like, this dude is back. He's like, I thought I got rid of you. Why are you here?
Yeah. Luis, you have any questions about the movie?
No, I feel like I watched the movie already.
Yeah.
So when I said I didn't give a shit about spoilers, I did. No, just kidding. I'm still gonna watch it.
It's really good, Luis. I mean, even though we're talking about and spoiling the whole thing, you should watch it for yourself because it's really good, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I just haven't had any time, but yeah, I want to watch it too.
Even the soundtrack, dude. All the songs that Tessa Thompson does on the movie are great. I mean, she is
I'm
so
mad that one song is not the full version.
Yeah,
I wanted
I
a
know.
full version.
Yeah, I thought they couldn't, beat the opening for the first one when he comes out for that first fight, which is with Icon by Jaden Smith, and then she does that one. And I'm like so hyped. I'm like, shit, this is freaking awesome. I love it. And I
Wait,
hate, huh?
Wait, what about Icon?
Yeah, on the first fight with Ivan Drago, with not Ivan Drago, Victor, he comes out to
Victor.
Icon by Jaden Smith.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
That's
it's a really
cool.
hype entrance.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really cool, dude.
But the funny thing is, while I was watching that intro, I was thinking, I guess, a callback. I was like, no, why are you doing the extravagant entrance? Don't do this. This is what your father did. Like, I thought that was kind of a playback too.
Yeah.
Like, his, like, very, like, in the, Victor comes out to a very basic intro, like, pretty much nothing, not memorable, very much like Ivan did in Vegas. And, Adonis comes out to an extravagant intro, much like Apollo did with having James Brown. And I'm like, nope, this is not gonna end well because you're showboating before the fight happens.
It was a sick intro, though. It was a really cool intro. I can't wait for when Luis gets to watch it because that intro really hyped me up. I was like, I wanted to just swing my arms and shit too. The last fight, I really went in there. I said, first of all, the only prediction I had for this freaking movie was wrong. I said that Rocky was going to die in this one, and he didn't die. I really thought he was going to die, but no.
Didn't he have cancer?
In the first one, yes.
In the last movie?
In the first one, yeah. But they don't really refer to it again. But so I'm assuming that he beat it.
Interesting.
What's it called? Adonis only refers to it
Or-
once when he says that he was there for Rocky when he had cancer, and this is the way he's been treating him,
Oh yeah, you're
like
right. I
not
forgot about
supporting
that,
him. Yeah. By the way, those whole segments, those whole shots when they were in the desert and training there, beautifully shot. Great, like that was just so amazing how they shot that. The colors and everything were great. It just felt like a very serious and gritty movie, in which these movies are. And I think that's the one thing that I applaud Stephen Cable Jr. for directing those great scenes, especially. And he did a great job with the movie. I don't want to, rib him for that. Yeah, I know, but I'm just a big fan of Coogler and what he did with the first one, and I really wish he would have done the whole trilogy. But I've been asking for a whole trilogy from James Wan, and that's never gonna happen. So the last fight with Victor and Adonis. First of all, I want to hear your take on the ending to that fight. What did you think, Damone?
So there was a couple parts, like before the ending, you see when Adonis knocks Drago, he knocks him down. He falls. Another callback. He falls pretty much the same way that Ivan falls at the end of Rocky 4, except he gets up.
Yeah,
was a callback. But then I felt so bad for Victor and the mom had walked out.
Yeah. Oh, that's
so
the part that got
walking
me
out
too.
on them again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck. Like I'm feeling I felt bad. Like I wanted, obviously you want Adonis to win, avenge.
Yeah.
I wanted to say, why did I want to say Clubber for a second? Avenge Apollo. But then you also feel bad for Victor.
Yeah.
Because Victor grew up without a mom. He grew up with a dad who was pretty much abandoned by an entire country.
Yeah.
Not the mom, like, just you feel so bad for Victor in that moment. It's like, fuck. I don't know. Can they both win?
Yeah.
Like,
you start to see how similar Adonis
but
and
then
Victor
he
are.
managed to get back up.
Yeah. You start to see how similar Adonis and Victor are at the same, like both they both grew up without one parent in their life. And they both are just trying to do right by their own by their family. And when the mom leaves, that's also a point where I was like, wow, like I wanted to cry there too. I was like, God damn it. And you saw he was so upset and how he really wanted to cry.
That's when you knew the fight was over.
Yeah.
You knew it was over at that moment because you could see like any like motivation or anything he had left.
Yeah.
The minute he got up and saw that she was gone, he was done. He was finished. He didn't, like, his heart was gone.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was one of the most sad parts in the movie. And then they did to me what they did for me what was the best possible ending to that match. You see Ivan Drago seeing his son get kicked, and that shot where he's contemplating throwing in the towel is beautiful, well shot, and then he does it. He gets up, he throws in the towel for his kid, and it shows that he didn't want the same thing to happen to Victor that happened to Apollo. Like, this isn't for notoriety anymore. It's for me to care about my son, and that's really the whole backbone of that relationship with Ivan and his son.
He pushes his son hard.
Yeah.
But he still, at the end of the day, loves his son.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he loves his son. Like, yeah, obviously he wants him to win, and he wants him to, like, win the heavyweight title, but he puts his son above. Because if he had just let him keep taking shots, he makes it to the end of the round and wins the title, but it's not worth risking it for Ivan. Ivan cares more about his son now than he does about the glory or the fame or anything. Yeah. Another thing that I liked about the Ivan Victor thing, because they very parallel between the two characters. He barely talks. Victor barely talks.
Yeah.
Like he probably says like maybe 5 to 10 lines in the entire movie. Which if you've ever seen Rocky 4, and I counted one time, and I think Ivan probably said about 50 words, and most of it is in one scene where if he dies, he dies scene is mostly he doesn't even talk until that point. Yeah. You have that same thing with Victor, where Victor literally doesn't talk until like halfway through the movie. Yeah. Like you don't hear his voice. He's just menacing and quiet.
Yeah. But I also do love the difference between Victor and his and Ivan, that Ivan really wants, the support of the family and the country back. Victor says, fuck them. They weren't here from the beginning. I don't want them. I don't need the support. I don't even know who half of these people are.
Yeah, he just wants his dad. Like, you can tell he just wants his dad's approval.
Yeah.
And he sees the way to get his dad's approval is to win the title and to get the support of those people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is why he's doing what he's doing, which is why he is training and why he, yeah.
Luis, we pretty much spoiled the whole thing. Are you going this weekend to watch it?
I'm still gonna watch it, buddy. Yeah. I think listening to all this makes me want to go watch it more.
Yeah,
because I've been wanting to go see it, but I just don't have anyone to go with.
Yeah,
But you're coming back in 2 weeks, right, bro?
yeah, but we're going first to Aquaman.
Well, yeah, Aquaman.
Yeah, of course. Damone, let's go ahead and head into our final thoughts and our final verdict. The final verdict is where we just score it out of 10. I'll go ahead and go first, and you can end it. I think that Creed 2 is a great sequel, both to Rocky 4 and Creed 1. I think that it gives you the best possible connection to set up Creed 3 and focus it not only on Rocky and his son, but also on Adonis and his family, and kind of just do that juxtaposition between the families. And I think that it was written well by Sylvester Stallone. And I'm glad he didn't direct it either, because there was something that I definitely saw differently in those movies that weren't. I can't remember the original guy's name, but the ones that were directed by Rocky himself, by Sylvester Stallone himself, they kind of fall short of what the other guy was able to do with them at first. And yeah, I was missing Coogler's touch on this, and you can still see little instances of it, but I think that Cable Jr. did his best, and I'm excited to see the possible Creed 3, and possibly the end of the Rocky character, because Sylvester Stallone said it. He's retiring the character. I don't believe him, because how many times were we told that that Rambo 4 was it? It was done. That's all that we were gonna get, and now he's doing Rambo 5. So,
wait,
I think he's trying to wrap up all of his movies.
Yeah, Luis, there's Rambo 5 happening
with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Wait, what the fuck? You so old.
Yeah, I know, but don't worry. Top Gun 2 is happening too. So
Oh shit.
Yeah. So
Rambo, all you need to do is just give him a gun and let him kill people, and there you go.
Yeah. So I give Creed 2 an 8 out of 10. I think it's a great sequel, and there's just little instances. I wish they would have spent more time on the road to winning that heavyweight title in the beginning, and I missed Coogler's touch on it, but I think it is probably top 5 of the whole franchise, and it's one that I need to watch again to see how it sinks in correctly. But for now, it's definitely up there. It's an 8 out of 10 from me. Damone?
I'm gonna say I would give it like a 8.5 or 9. I'm gonna give it a 9. Yeah. I'm a huge Rocky fan, so I'm gonna always probably overrate these. But yeah, I thought it was really good. Also, another thing that I like is they pretty much have set up where Adonis and why am I drawing a blank on the girlfriend's name?
Bianca.
Bianca. But Bianca and Adonis are the new Rocky and Adrian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I like that part of it. the continuation of that. It was really emotional at points, like with the baby and
Rocky
when
and his
he
son.
loses that first fight, and then when he wins the fight, and the stuff we talked about with Victor, and then that final ending piece, like the very end, like last 5 minutes is so emotional.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I thought it was really good. Like the fight sequences like weren't too over the top. Like I know in some of them, especially the ones where, like you said, Stallone directed, like the fight sequences were over the top and sometimes very unrealistic. Like if it was a real fight, the ref would have stopped it. It wouldn't be a Creed. There wouldn't be a Rocky 4 because he would have never made it past Rocky 2. But I thought it was really good. I definitely recommend you go see it. Yeah, but I would say having seen it the one time, and I'm gonna buy it on DVD or
of course.
Amazon. I'm gonna watch it. Probably I've seen all the other ones probably 50 times each, except for I've probably seen Creed like 4, but all the other ones I've seen at least probably 40, 50 times, including Rocky 5. But yeah, I would really recommend it. I'd say I'd give it like a solid 9.
Yeah. And do you believe Sylvester Stallone when he says that he's
Yeah,
retiring?
I do. I do think because the speech that you sent me, he like, I do also in that thing. I do like the fact that the fire was in the garbage was a hallmark of like the first 2 Creeds or first 2 Rockies. I mean, but he seems like he's ready to pass the torch to. He realizes that Michael B. Jordan in Creed is the next step in the series, because you really can't. There's not much left to do with Rocky. Like we've seen pretty much the conclusion of Rocky saga. He can go now and be a grandpa.
Yeah, and I mean they did set that up perfectly to end it. I don't as morbid as it sounds, I wanted Rocky to die in this one just so he can have more like emotional layers to Adonis. But I understand that we needed him to reunite.
I don't know if my heart can take it.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know if I can do it. I'm glad they didn't, because I don't want to watch Rocky die.
Yeah. But we'll see what happens in Rambo 5. But yeah, that was that was our review of Creed 2, minorly including Luis at points. But thank you so much for listening.
I'm still here.
Yeah, I know. Thank you guys for listening. It means the world to us. Go ahead and follow us on Twitter at the Nerdcore _, Instagram at the Nerdcore, Facebook page, like and follow us at the Nerdcore Pods. Leave a rating review on the podcast app of choice. It really helps us out with feedback. 5-star this bitch. You know you want to. Patreon, www.patreon.com/nerdcore. Damone, you want to plug it up?
Yep. Go listen to Book It, a wrestling podcast. It's available on, I'm pretty sure, every single podcast listening device at this point. Our email, I believe, is bookitpodcast or bookit15@gmail.com. That might be wrong.
Yeah, you guys might be emailing someone else.
You can find it. Yeah, so listen to Book It. It's on the Nerdcore feed, or we have our own feed as well. Also listen to me, Mike, and Travis. We're all the hosts of Book It. On my podcast, where I'm the host of that one, Debatable. There's 2 episodes of that. There's going to be more coming. This past week was just hectic, so we didn't do one this week, but there will be some more coming out.
Yeah.
Book It, listen to Debatable. And yeah, that's all I got to plug. Right? Oh, listen to Travis isn't here, so I'll do a forum. Listen to Trigger Warning with Travis Trimble. Raul's on the first episode, like the first and like the 3rd episode, I want to say.
Yes.
And Travis is they're more going to be coming out. Travis had some internet and technical issues, but more will be coming out. I believe he said Tuesdays and Thursdays. And Book It comes out on Fridays. Book It comes out, and Debatable will be on Wednesdays.
Yeah, it's a nice little schedule right there, Tuesday to Friday. Just a bunch of Damone. Luis, anything you want to tell the people before we leave?
No, just live a good life.
Yeah.
You know, brush your teeth. You know, and shit. That's it.
Don't let the trees break your sunroof.
Yeah, don't like if you have a garage, park inside the garage. You know, preferably. It's better for your car, anyways.
Yeah.
I
have a garage and I never park in it. But that's because it's full of stuff.
It's definitely not worth getting your car broken and shit.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. I have something else to say, but I forgot. Yeah. No, I don't have anything else to say.
Yeah.
I was just running out of shit to say.
All right. Well, it's the best time of the year. Next week, we'll be reviewing Narcos Mexico Season 1. And Luis will let us know what is December's movie club movie. So, in the meantime, los quiero, mi gente. Viva México. Viva Latinoamérica. We'll see you guys in the next one.